breaking news. Of the very few times that I was scrolling on Instagram, which is very unlikely and very few and far between, I came across this post, and I am not only absurd, I'm actually outraged. But I'm also not surprised. So this is what it says. DOGE from Elon Musk found a $19 million grant to Whoopi Goldberg for promoting diversity on The View, and clawed it back. In other words, they took it away from her. This is the same woman who says, I'm a working person. I work here. You make millions upon millions of dollars every year, and you want to call yourself a working person? Does anyone know what the difference between a tornado and a Democrat is? One takes your home, takes your money, leaves you with nothing. And the other one is just weather.
Global economic chaos. And he keeps talking about how we're going to, build all these factories. How can you build the factories when you put tariffs on all the building products people need to build? People can't build these products like this. What are you thinking?
We don't have the labor force.
No, we don't have the labor force. And I still don't, I've stopped trying to figure out what this.
I'm standing with the president. Get mad about these tariffs. Everybody, the tariffs. Somebody had to do it, and Trump had the kahunas to actually do it. Obama was talking about China and all of these different countries taking advantage of us. All of these different politicians, even Elizabeth Warren, I think she said it a couple of times, these countries taking advantage of us.
Yes, this guy actually put out this information to a way I like. He actually replied to people talking against tariffs to a certain level I've not seen. I saw this video, I could not bypass. I just want to show you before we go into the full analysis of what is going on. I've seen a lot of people coming on social media to cry. Some says, I've lost money. Some says, this is happening. Like Trump said, people should not panic. I'm waiting to see the end result of what is going to happen. I don't know. People who invested money into some of these stocks are crying.
By taking on the entire world all at once instead of going at each individual nation? And do you think these deals are going to be cut bilaterally or one big, beautiful deal at Mar-a-Lago?
No, I think he's doing it the right way because you're steering the pot to see who's going to be the first. 50 people are calling us. Vietnam already agreed. Another country already called. There has to be a spirit of competition and urgency where everybody's moving. If he does it methodical, one by one, one could slow it down. And on top of that, if you don't do it fast now collectively, midterms around the corner, then what happens with midterms? So then that's going to be a bloodbath at midterms if they're not executing this accordingly in a very urgent manner. I think they're doing it the right way. If we're going to do it, the last thing you want to do is one by one, just take the whole thing off. Let's negotiate. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be painful. But if we can get through the season, everything and the way deals have been done with other countries, it's going to be a whole new standard, which is good for the American people.
Why is it that they can give us high tariffs, but we can't do the same thing? I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like somebody has to do something. We became a service-based country, and a lot of people always say, oh, we need to bring manufacturing back to America, the plants back to America. We need to create things. Well, how are you going to create things if everything is being created in different countries? I think the tariffs are working, and this is why. Right now, the market is reacting, companies are reacting.
Yes, I believe you've seen the beginning of this video where this guy actually explained what is going on with DOGE and the reason these people don't like Elon Musk. We have seen demonstrations, a lot of people coming on the street because of Elon Musk and the president. It is insane. I have seen all types of signboard, blackout people, even threatening him everywhere on social media, and the mainstream media is propagating this message to a level I've not seen before. I've seen MSNBC, CNN celebrating this, and The View like, oh, the people are sending the message to the Trump administration. Crazy. At a certain point, when I look at what is going on, I had to laugh all through because it's like they don't know who these people are. Now they're celebrating like Elon Musk is in a battle with Trump because of tariff. I don't know if this is real, crazy. It is important we take an exclusive look into what is going on exactly.
So the latest, unbelievable, insulting nonsense from Gavin Newsom is this statement he's put out about Trump's tariffs hurting our farmers here in California and raising construction costs because of tariffs on timber. This is unbelievable that he's got the nerve to say this. Who's crushing California farmers right now? Not Trump's tariffs. It's Newsom and the Democrats and their stupid policies taking away the water that our farmers need to grow our food, raising their cost, the cost on everything, electricity, energy, labor regulations, environmental regulations, on, crushing our fantastic agriculture industry. If you really want to help farmers in California, don't go on about Trump. Do something now. Get rid of your stupid policies that are crushing our farmers. And then he talks about construction costs going up because of tariffs on imported lumber from Canada. Why are we importing lumber from Canada? We have all the lumber we need right here in California. But again, because of Democrats' stupid policies, we're not harvesting it in our forests. As a result, the forests are overgrown. We have these mega wildfires, and we're stupidly importing it from other countries instead of using the lumber we have here. Not that long ago, we harvested 6 billion board feet of lumber from our forests right here in California. You know what it is now? 1.5. A quarter of what we used to. So this bullshit from Gavin Newsom about Trump's tariffs hurting our farmers and raising construction costs, he could deal with that problem right here in California by changing their stupid Democrat policies.
Yes, if you take a closer look, you realize this has been going on for days. Taking a look at this article, Elon Musk escalate fuel with Trump advisor Peter Navarro in Scotch Earth run, dumper down a sack of bricks. When you take a look at what is happening here, this is about tariff. Elon Musk said something like he sees America can have 0 tariffs with Europe. This man came and contradicted him like he understands his job, that is his field. Like Elon Musk is mostly with cars, so he doesn't really understand exactly what is happening. When the mainstream media saw this, they turned the story to another level, start putting like there's a problem. Oh, there is a fight with Elon Musk. This is the last day of Elon Musk. This is what they have been waiting for. I've seen all kind of videos about this. I know this is their prayer that Elon Musk will separate with Trump. I saw that.
This is just the reality of life. Like, were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money. Everyone loses money. It costs you nothing.
Except money. Losing money costs you money.
I went super viral when I said I lost $7 million. I'd kill to be back to losing $7 million. I haven't even looked. If I had to guess, I'm down in these last 3 days, probably close to 20. I don't know, like 10, 15% of my net worth, poof. But I'm still here. That's the game. Am I crying? Am I like, oh, woe is me. I wish I voted for Kamala. No. Do I wish this didn't go down like this? Yes. Am I in this to make money? Yes.
One brief shining moment this morning, things looked up. Around 10 a.m., right? The market shot back into positive territory thanks to a tweet reporting the White House economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, said Trump was considering a 90-day pause in tariffs, but the tweet was not true. And an hour later, the White House issued a statement denying it, and the markets lost their gain.
These things have changed, but we'll see how it ends up. And he's the president right now. He's a businessman, very smart businessman. He's worth billions of dollars with his own business. Maybe he understands something that we may not be, used to right now. You know what I mean? Just let him see. Let's see what he's going to do. And if it, it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least you just say he tried. You know what I mean? And all of y'all Presidential candidates back in the past always talk about bringing back manufacturing and putting tariffs on steel and aluminum and copper. He did it. You know what I mean? Or putting more tariffs on automotive companies in different countries. He did it. You know what I mean? Buy in America now. What y'all need to do is start buy everything that you need to buy. Do it now before the tariffs go into effect from China.
Donald Trump. I knew him in the first Trump term. Candidly, the smart economic advisors around Donald Trump in the first term would try to keep Peter Navarro out of meetings with Donald Trump because he so often lacked information, preparation, statistics.
So
he would put wrong
changed,
information in
basically.
front of him.
Yeah.
Yes, but the first time there were people like Steve Mnuchin and Mike Pence who could stop him. This time he went in and rocked global markets and is plummeting the wealth of this country. And I just want to underscore again, and of the world. This is not a rich person's problem. This is not just people with a lot of money in the stock market. This will hurt working class Americans harder than anyone. The price of everything's about to go through the roof.
I landed my... Yes, I struggle to cut through so you can see some of the BS the mainstream media is spewing. These people are crying like this is going on. I've seen people that supported Trump to a level like losing a lot of money. Patrick David, there at the beginning of this video, is losing money. This other guy is losing money. Like he said that Trump should be able to do something very fast so that people should understand, should not take this too far to the midterms. Because now people that are angry, they are actually some Trump supporters that are really into this investment, they are losing money. So as a result, though the end of this might actually be beneficial, like I watched a few hours ago, 70 countries are already reaching out to Trump about this. They are ready to negotiate. That is what Trump wanted. If not of this tariff, no country will be able to say anything. It's just like he's singing a song.
Where March Madness times, terrible, terrible, terrible.
Cystic disorder would. I know better than anybody. Forget about the economists who know better. Forget about people who know history. I alone can fix it.
Have a great day, everyone. Take a little time to enjoy the view. And remember, the resistance is real. You're not alone.
Has anyone else noticed how women on the left are the most miserable group of people? So
Harris is not president. Trump is. And if you don't like him 12 years ago, you don't like him now.
Thank you guys who has been there sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. If you see clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm. I always put a...
He started on how disgraced must these law firms feel?
Trump that wish the Kamala Harris
a lot of people who didn't vote.
And finally, new rule to those on the right.
Isn't exactly getting the hero's welcome.
That the Americans finally realized what the reality was.
This is a Fox News alert, a crushing blow for Democrats who had hoped against hope.
Brad Schimmel, that has included Elon Musk pouring tens of millions of dollars.
I think you saw a repudiation of the fact that...
I do think the Republican takeaways tonight are going to...
The margin right now, Randy Fine...
Everybody, he had never been to the White House.
Everything you wanted.